In this problem, we're given n nodes numbered 1 to n that form a tree. And what we want to do is we want to color the nodes either black or white. And the rule is for any two vertices painted in the same color, the distance between them is an even number. So what does that mean? So due to an audio issue, I've solved this problem, but I'll just go over what I did. So let's say this is our graph, right? So 1 is linked to 2, 2 is linked to 4, and 1 is linked to 3, right? We don't really, the arrows don't matter because it's not a directed graph, right? So now let's say the distance between 1 and 2 is 3, 2 and 4 is 5, and 1 and 3 is 5, right? So the distance here is odd, so 1 is white, 1 is black, right? So let's color this white, let's color this black. Now the distance between 2 and 4 is odd, so we know 4 can't be the same color as 2, right? So since this is white and this is black, this has to be white. Now going back here, from 1 and 3, this is also odd. This is white, this has to be black. So the overall colors would be white, black, white, and this would be black also. So how do we solve this problem? So the key thing is, let's have a root node, and let's call this 1, right? Then from the root node to every other node, let's keep track of the distance from the root node to this node, right? So the overall distance from 1 to 2 is 3, from 1 to 4 is 8, and 1 to 3 is 5, right? Why is that useful? So that would mean this is 8. So then we just have to keep track and see if the overall distance from the root node to the current node is even, we'll color it white, otherwise we'll make it black. Why does that work, right? So in this case, when this was 5, because a odd number plus an odd number equals an even number, so therefore these two have to be the same color, right? And the same logic, if this was even and this was even, these two would have to be the same color, right? But if this was odd and this is even, then we would know that these two won't be the same colors and these two would be the same colors, right? So what we did is we first read the input, and in the input we create this graph, and for each graph we stored the node that it's linked to. So node U is linked to node V, and the value of that edge is worth this much, and the same logic from node V is linked to node U with the value of this, right? And after that we just run a simple TSS, and we just check if we have seen this node before. If we have not, we will see it right now, and then we'll check if the current sum is even. If it's even, we know that the color of this node has to be white, right? And then we would just go through all its other nodes and through all the neighbors of the current node we're on, and we'd make sure to change the sum to add this current sum plus the weight to get from our current node to its neighbor. And then we just same logic. If the overall sum from a root node to any node is even, we color in that node white, otherwise we color in that node as black. And then if we run all of that, I passed all the test cases. So voila.